And we've made it to the Brightline station, West Palm Beach, heading south. Say hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi, These are our friends, Patsy and Jody, and we are on board the Brightline. Hey, Patrice. Hello, I am Janice.
And I am Patrice.
And we are Heritage and Horizons.
So, welcome back, everyone. We're excited for today's episode because we are going to talk about one of the things that we absolutely love that is actually pretty unique to South Florida, at least in America. All over the world has it. But today we're going to talk about our top five reasons why we love the Brightline train. We recently had an experience on the Brightline, and it made me think, well, as I was explaining to our guests from out of the country, what are some of the things that we really love about the Brightline? And we also had to do a little research to kind of explain to them what the Brightline was and the history behind it. So it doesn't seem like that was this so long ago, but the Brightline started in 2012. Those of you who know all of the trials and tribulations about getting this Brightline train to production, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But yeah, 2012 is when the Brightline started. And the Brightline is privately owned, and it's changed hands a couple of times. And then, at least to my knowledge, it is currently owned by Richard Bronson, who also owns the Virgin brand. So he owns Virgin Atlantic Records, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Cruises.
And we're going to talk about that at some time, at some point.
We love, if I ever met Richard Bronson, I'd be so thankful. We've enjoyed some great times because of him. But all of the things that Virgin has. And so typically, if you know anything about Virgin, the colors are red and white. But the Brightline has always been yellow. There was talk about them changing it. Not sure what happened, but it's still bright yellow.
And you can't miss it.
You definitely can't miss it. And I don't mind it at all. I kind of think it stands out. It's sleek. I enjoy it. So we're going to start with our top five. And Mommy, you can start with number one.
Well, I don't like to drive. I don't like to be in the middle of traffic because all that confusion just doesn't work for me anymore. So the Brightline is one of the smoothest forms of transportation for me. One, I don't have to contend with the traffic if I need to travel from West Palm Beach and all the stops in between to Miami. We have even gone to concerts in Miami taking the Brightline. And because of the hours the Brightline operates, then we know how to schedule what time we are going to arrive at the concert and when we want to leave the concert in order to get on the Brightline to come back home. So that in itself not only saves us money, but it saves us the time and hassle in traffic.
Absolutely. And you know, what you said reminded me. I forgot to mention the different stops that Brightline currently has. So currently the Brightline, the most furthest south it goes is Miami. Then it goes up to Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, because of course Boca had to have it. West Palm, and then the newest stop is Orlando.
Yes.
And there's talks, the rumor has it that it's going to Tampa, and I would be so excited because I went to college in Tampa, University of South Florida, go Bulls. And so I already spend a good amount of time in Tampa, and if this Brightline goes there, I will be there even more often.
Don't remind me about all those hours traveling on 60, Highway 60 to Tampa when you were in school. My husband and I would go up, have lunch with her or dinner, and come back. No more of that when the Brightline gets that far.
Absolutely.
Another reason why I love the Brightline is because the seats are so comfortable. So you're there, you have to sit there for a while. I am so happy that the seats are comfortable because I tend to be a little antsy. You probably have seen, and if my seat is not comfortable, I'm going to be shifting and wiggling around. Not when I'm on the Brightline. I love the seats. And what's another reason why you like the Brightline?
Well, I'm actually going to, for a second, piggyback on reason number 3, which you just mentioned. The other thing that I love about the comfortableness of Brightline is the fact that there are no middle seats. You either have an aisle seat or a window seat, no middle seats. And we're kind of short, so it's not a big deal for us, but there's so much leg room on the Brightline. It's kind of awesome. And then the other part that I really do like about the comfortability is that each seat is 2 by 2, but they do have some seats that are 4. So if you have friends or family of 4, you can kind of get together and get the 4 seats, and that's pretty cool.
And I wouldn't mind the 4 seats if it's just the 2 of us, because then there would be other people sitting with us and I get a chance to talk, because I love to talk.
Not me. All right, so reason number 4 why we love the Brightline is the fact that it is so eco-friendly. I know I sound a little granola when I talk about this, but when you take the Brightline, you're not necessarily using gas emissions. You're not you putting fumes into the atmosphere. It really is pretty eco-friendly. They do a good job as far as making sure that they're reducing the waste on the Brightline as well. The Brightline has these wonderful bathroom facilities with these fantastic Dyson hand dryers. Not the kind that you stick your hands in that they discovered are pretty icky, but the kind that you put your hands underneath and it dries your hands that way. So that's pretty cool. And it really does reduce the amount of paper towels and such on the Brightline as well. So that's reason number 4.
And last but by no means least, if you are a commuter, if you have to travel from West Palm Beach to Miami for work, no problems. There is your space for your laptop. There are spaces for your cup holder. So your cup holder space for your coffee, so you can sip your coffee while you work. And for the students who take the Brightline, you even get a chance to do some homework while you're on the train, or you get a chance to study in a wonderful atmosphere while you're on the train.
With Wi-Fi too.
Yes, with Wi-Fi. Can't beat that. Now, if you have been on the Brightline, what are some things that you really love about being on the Brightline? Or if you have not been on the Brightline, why would you want to go? Mainly because of our video, of course.
Can I add a bonus, actually?
Yes.
So I think another thing that people don't talk about a lot is the fact that you can order food on the train.
Yes, food.
But the lounge area before you get on the train is super comfortable as well. They have couches, all that good stuff, and they have a bar in case you need a little drinky drink before you get on the Brightline. And if you have the money, if you can afford it, because it can get a little pricey, there is actually a premium lounge where you can get all you can eat, all you can drink, and it's super comfortable. You get your own cabin, you get like fancier bathrooms. We didn't get to talk about the bathrooms, but you need to experience it yourself. Absolutely.
So that's like being in a lounge at the airport.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
yeah,
that's
beat that.
luxury.
Yeah. So like my mom said, let us know what you think. Would you get on the Brightline? Would you get on any kind of train, bullet train in America? Because it's a fairly new concept for us, but not in Europe, not in Asia. But would you do it? Let us know.
Yes. So, once again, we want to thank you for your time. And please remember that it is important to hit the notification bell so you will be notified immediately a video drops.
All right.
So, like, please, share, please, subscribe, please, and comment. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Hi guys, I am Janice.
And I am Patrice.
And we are Heritage and Horizons. It's been a wonderful day showing our friends straight from Yard, straight from Jamaica, Miami, a part of Miami. However, we enjoyed riding on the Brightline. This is certainly not our first trip, but it's always a great experience to be on Brightline. And I hadn't been to Bayside, Bayfront in a long time, and there's so many changes. Still very pretty, still very crowded, but just more hot than I remember it. But it was so good to be out, and we took you along on the journey. Patrice?
Yeah, it was hot. So, I always carry a fan. And so we needed that fan. For sure. It was extra hot. But good company, good family, friends that are family, and just seeing the sights. That was good. We're always in Miami, but this was good to show other people a part of Miami. Just a small part of Miami. People think Miami is one little section. It is huge.
And it's always good to be close to the sea, the water. Oh, it takes my breath away every time. See you on the next video. Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to Heritage and Horizons.